In this video I'm going to go over the locomotion system for FastHands to make sure you're getting the most from the experience. So first of all, in hand tracking mode, to move you're just going to move your hands up and down. Now the important thing to bear in mind with this is that the tracking cameras have got a field of view, and it's quite a wide field of view. So if I just move my hands up and down and physically turn, you can see I can soon pick speed up as I'm moving around. If I lower my hands, that's still working quite well, even though they're at the bottom end of the range. But if I lower them a lot more or draw them close to my body, we'll get to a point where the cameras can't see them anymore. So I'm now still moving my hands, but the cameras can't see. So if you find you're not getting that quick pickup of speed, then just raise your hands just a little bit and you'll find that it'll start working again. Now, there's also a mechanism to turn. The best way is always just to physically turn around. That's going to be the most immersive way. But we have got a mechanism where you can point and then point in a direction to turn around. Now, if you find that's happening accidentally, so you just find you're turning when you're not intending to, that's probably that you've got your hands low and the tracking camera's it can't quite track your hands properly, so it's curled some fingers in. So it's kind of made this shape when you're not expecting it. Or you might not even be thinking about it and making that shape. So if that's bugging you, if it's getting in the way, just go into settings and disable point to turn. Now that feature's gone. So you'll not get that accidental turning. With climbing, the thing to bear in mind with this is think of yourself as a spider and you've got sticky palms. So if you don't touch your palm to the wall, you're just going to bounce off it. Put your palm against it and you're going to stick. And then it should feel quite natural. If you just keep thinking I am Spider-Man, you should be fine. So the reason it does that is we've not got a grip button or any buttons to focus on. So as I move my hand, you can see it releases when my palm's not facing the wall anymore. Similarly sideways. So it needs to work like that really. So my other tip would be to make sure you climb in a natural way. So reach up, pull yourself up, keeping your body close to the wall as you would in real life. So the more immersed you are in it, the more natural actions you're going to do. 2 hands releases and drops you, by the way. So just remember, stick your palms to climb and that should work perfectly for you. With spider fingers, this is quite a unique way of getting up the wall really quickly. Now what you're not doing is wiggling your fingers. That's not how it works. Think of that hand like the Thing from the Addams Family, or as a little spider. So you're moving your hand in that spider motion. Now you can just use one finger and move just a little bit. It's very sensitive. But if you move all your fingers, you'll see you'll move fairly rapidly. So if I do that from the bottom of this wall, now that's quite a low effort way of scaling quite a big wall quickly. And if I just pick the controllers up, if I find them. So with the controllers this works exactly the same way. Sticky palms, works exactly the same. We're still not using grip, and we've still got to make sure that the palm aligns. With spider fingers, notice you've got the direction arrow as well, so you can actually go any direction as you're going up the wall. But with a controller, you can't move your fingers in that spider action exactly. But what you do is you just squeeze the grip button a little bit. You can see that's drawing the fingers in the same way. So you just pulse in the grip button with controllers. You find that just whip up the walls really nice and quick. So that's climbing and spider fingers. With jumping, now with this you don't need to be throwing your hands in the air rapidly, it's not about speed. You just need to raise both hands until they both turn orange. And you should find that sorry, you should find that's quite reliable. With gliding, I think people probably struggle with that the least of anything. So you're just jumping up It's kind of that feeling of being Superman, just gliding with your hands and banking. You can dive just by angling your hands downwards, just to dive quickly. Going through walls, what you've got to do is approach a hole in the wall until that icon above turns red. So you know you're in range at that point. And to go through the wall, all you're doing is this hand gesture. You're just pointing your hands down as though you're diving through. So again, it's trying to come up with a real life action for getting through that wall. So as soon as you gesture towards it, just close enough, palms down, just going to throw you through there. So hopefully with those tips, that should get you enjoying it a little more. So just spider fingers, quickly scale a wall, jump off, banking, diving, running and jumping. With a little practice, they should all be feeling quite natural.